am Amy Jo Miller, Director of Policy and Market Strategy at Qcells USA Corp. Here we are at RE Plus in Anaheim, California. Who I have with me here today is Bhaskar, VP of Interconnection and Engineering at Qcells USA Corp, as well as Anupam, Gopal, President of Enerzinx. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here with me today.
Sure.
And Bhaskar, I would like to start with you.
Okay.
Bhaskar, can you tell me how development works at Qcells?
Of course, I'll be glad to. And thank you for the opportunity to discuss about this matter because I joined Qcells about a year and a half ago and I was given the task to build a pipeline. And in Qcells, we have developed a very sophisticated way of performing greenfield viability analysis. What we do here is perform extensive transmission power flow studies, what we call the first contingency incremental transfer capacity analysis using power flow models from utilities and ISOs. And we also take a look at projects' injection capacity into the grid using the most recent transmission topology for a plane system, the generation dispatch, and as a result of that, we determined in the beginning with the screening analysis on how much power could safely be injected without triggering network upgrades. That result gets passed on to our development managers who then starts their lane campaign, works with consultants for lane. Once we get some good traction on the lane front, we come back and perform more in-depth power flow studies, and we go one step further. We do deliverability studies to make sure that these projects are deliverable to the load without the burden of expensive and time-consuming network upgrades. So Qcells has really been focusing on that approach for a large portfolio of projects we've created for solar and standalone storage. And on top of that, we also perform economic analysis where we do LMP studies using tools such as ProMod or Probe. And that tool essentially looks at both historic LMPs and forward-looking LMPs, modeling unit commitment and transmission data in that platform. And essentially the end product is looking at the LMPs, forecasting revenues, making sure that these storage projects, for example, has the right magnitude of capability to provide benefits to the grid. So we have economics and we have power flow, which is what enables us to perform a very thorough analysis in entering the queue.
Thank you, Bhaskar.
Sure.
Thank you very much. I am here with Anupam, President of Enerzinx. Anupam, please tell me more about Enerzinx. How long have you guys been in business? What are your expertise?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me here, Amy. I've known Bhaskar for a long time, and we have worked together for some very good projects, and we are very proud about it. So with Enerzinx, I started the company roughly around 10 years ago, and at the time, solar and battery storage were non-existent. We were doing kilowatts, and as time progressed, right now we are doing gigawatts of solar for a plant in Saudi Arabia. It's about 1.2 gigawatt facility. So, opportunities are huge, and over time as an industry and as personally, we all have learned a lot where we are. So it's a much more mature industry compared to what it was 10 years ago.
That is very exciting to have a project of 1.2 gigawatt size. That is a mammoth of a project. Congratulations on that.
All right, thank you.
So tell me more about the intricacies of the power system analysis that goes into developing the renewable projects.
Mm-hmm. So, in our company, we are all engineers, and the way we want to look at power systems is from an engineering perspective. From that perspective, power system is a system that behaves differently in different time domains. So the reaction of a power system in a microsecond versus over 30-year time period is completely two different domains. What we try to do at Enerzinx is we take a unique approach to cover the behavior of the power system from microseconds to milliseconds to seconds and eventually up to a 10-year outlook. the idea behind this is that at each and every stage, you want to de-risk the project to the point where it becomes a very high quality project, and we bring that to the market. And this involves, a lot of analysis, engineering analysis, power system analysis, down from the inverters up to the large grid systems. So we have been working very diligently with Qcells, and this is it's not a one-trick pony. I mean, you need to have a very close coordination with a developer who values the power system analytics that goes behind building these high-quality projects. So it's much more of a joint effort with Enerzinx and Qcells to bring these projects to market.
Great, thank you very much. So Bashkar, please tell us how Qcells USA Corp differs from other utility scale developers within the United States.
Very good question and very relevant in this day and age when everyone is very inspired in putting in solar and storage on the grid. What makes us different from other developers is we take a very methodical approach to ensure that we've done our homework before we go into the queue. This process sometimes takes several months in terms of making sure that our Greenfield projects have extensively been studied. And as a result of that, what we're noticing is this hard work is paying off. Projects' success rate and withdrawal rate from the queue is significantly less than some of our competitors, meaning once we enter the project, it's infrequent that we are forced to withdraw projects because we didn't know all the facts of the grid's capacity limitations.
So where do we go from here? What does 2023 look like between the relationship with Qcells USA Corp as well as Enerzinx?
Yeah, I mean, so far we have got the projects into the pipeline successfully, and the projects are doing well. They're moving along, but we have to. Unfortunately, we are relying on third party like the ISOs and the RTOs, and that's the nature of the beast over here. But moving forward, we expect to collaborate even more, taking these projects, going through the system impact study and all kinds of feasibility studies as well as facility study. And moving forward, it is expected that we would be working very closely with Qcells, monitoring these studies, and if there are any showstoppers, overcoming that from a technical perspective. And we expect this relationship to grow, not just in the area of engineering per se, but also in the area of cost impacts on the projects because of any upgrades required and so on and so forth.
I am Amy Jo Miller. We've had a fabulous time here with Bashkar and Anupam Gopal at Enerzinx. We are so thankful for their time here today, and we look forward to a great partnership together in the future.
And thank you for asking us some excellent questions.
Thank you, Amy.